All right, so we've got some really important charts to focus on here early in the year. We are finally getting, remember we came into the year pretty bearish, the dollar, and those, the reasons being were pretty clear from a chart perspective. We had come into massive levels. For example, this US dollar index, right? This is the FXCM Dow Jones Dollar Index, which is a quarter each of Euro, Pound, Yen, and Aussie. We had retraced 50% and put in some nice fat candles up here, towards the end of 2021. And it was really from a sentiment, we talked about this last week, but really from a sentiment perspective, it was, kind of the opposite really of going into last year. Remember last year, you had everybody calling for the dollar to continue lower, just for the simple fact that it had been going lower for, since March 2020. And that's what people do for the most part, right? They extrapolate linearly, and we reversed, right? That's just how it works. So this year, the opposite. I wouldn't say the sentiment was as extreme as it was last year, but we were getting hints and signs that the consensus call was indeed for a higher dollar, and now we are starting to roll over. So now really is the big test. Again, this is the US dollar index, very well-defined trend line from May. Okay, and we are ticks away from that trend line now. So hopefully over the next couple of days, we will know or have a better idea, have a strong idea whether or not this trend is lower for real, because again, this is the big test, right? Trend line, along with, of course, that high there from late September. And we've also got the 38.2 retrace of that entire drop from March 2020. All right, so we should, again, have an idea of whether or not this thing is lower. Now is a pretty good time for a little announcement. You may have heard this before, but we are looking for profitable traders here at Scandinavian Capital Markets. Okay, we've launched a new version of our prop trading program. So if that's something that interests you, listen up. We're funding up to $1 million. Given that you pass our assessment, meet our requirements, no monthly fees, time constraints or anything, just trade and get funded. That's simple. Again, you've got to meet the requirements and pass our test. So again, check it out if this interests you, if you are profitable, if you think you've got what it takes, the skills, the work ethic, and all of that, then check it out and start your pathway to becoming a money manager. So if that interests you, please go to scandinavianmarkets.com/getfunded.